Okay, today mostly we are going to talk about the absolute equation of absolute. Uh, Find the mm, first before that, like this. We have an absolute value here, and we want to find x, the equation of this. What's going to be the answer? We have equation here that is equality. Okay, I just first explain about this. In regular equation, you find only one value for x. It's going to be something. Here it's going to be something. And so we want to find value for x. What is just a regular equation, not absolute. We are not talking about the equation of absolute values. What we do here, we say that okay, 3x plus 2, we can write this one 2 to the power of 3. Okay, what we can do to eliminate this exponent, the fractional exponent, what we're going to do? We say we are going to 3x plus 2 to the power of 3 over 2, and then to the power of 2 over 3. And this one too, 2 to the power of 3 is going to be 2 to the power, we both sides, both sides we raise it to the power of 2/3. What's going to happen when you have something like this? This is going to multiply by each other. What's going to be 3 and 3 cancels out, 2 is going to be 1. So it's going to be, this is going to be 3x plus 2, and it's equal to this one. The same things happen for this one. 2 over 3 times 3 is going to be, this cancels out, 2. It's going to remain here, 2 to the power of 2. See, we multiply these two together. Okay, now we say 3x plus 2 is equal to 4, and then 3x is equal to 2 is going to come this side, is going to be 4 minus 2 is going to be 2, and then x is going to be 2 over 3. Okay, if you put this one in there, 2 to the 3 times 2 fraction 2 over 3, and we plus 2, this is going to cancel, it's going to be 2 plus 2 is going to be 4 to the power of, it's going to be 8. We can find this one, we can write 4 as the 2 power of 2. 3 over 2 is equal 8. This cancels out, 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. So we can multiply 3 over 2 by 2. Okay, we find that value for x is correct. We put it in that original equation. Now let's talk about this. If you have something like this, now something like this, x plus 2 absolute value is equal to 7. We can write this one in two ways, because if we uh, we can put two value here for x to get 7. You know, I just example it. One of them is going to be x is going to be 5 plus 2 is going to be 7, and minus 7 is going to be minus 7 plus 2, it's going to be minus 5. So the absolute value, you know, absolute value, we just talk about the, this is origin, and this is 1 2 3 4 5, and minus 1 minus 2, you know, this way, minus plus at this side. So what I'm going to say that here absolute value means just ignores the sign, you know, whatever it is plus 5 here is going to be 5. The absolute value of plus 5 minus 5 is here. Okay, it's going to be still 5, just to get the absolute value of the number. So let's finish this one. So we can say that x plus 2, because x can have two values, so it's going to be either 7 or x plus 2 is going to be minus 7. So we have two answers here. X is equal to be 9, x is equal, I'm sorry, 7 minus 2 is going to be 5, and 2 is going to go up here, minus 2 minus 7 is going to be minus 9. So in this equation, if you put 5, it's going to be 7. If you put 5 here, 5 plus 2 is going to 7. If it's going to put minus 7, this is going to be, okay, yeah. So if you put 5 here, it's going to 5 plus 2 is going to be 7. This is minus 9 minus 9 plus 2 is going to be minus 7. The absolute of minus 7 is going to be 7. So it has two values. Let's see. This is equal sign, okay? Either x can be 5 or x is going to be minus 9. That's the answers. How about if we have a, means in the, it's going to be 5 and minus 9 here, and 5, both of these are two answers for that. Both of these is going to be 5 and minus 9 is going to be 7. How about we have a greater than 7? So what we do, when we have inequality sign, what we do, we can say x plus 2 larger, greater than 7, and also x plus 2 is less minus 7. See, because there are two answers, we have to do this one, whatever the first one with the same thing, x this value here, this x plus 2 is greater than 7, and then we write the same thing but less and changed its sign. Now we solve for this. X, though it's going to go this way, it's going to be, x is going to be 5, and x less than minus 9. Okay, because we use the same thing, the same numbers here, we just signed it, change the sign here, 0, and this is 5, for example, this is another minus 5, and then minus 9 here. Okay, it's going to be larger than 5, and it has a open circle means from 5 to infinity. This one 5 to infinity. And this one is less than 9 is here, this way, the opposite side. And because it's less than, it just will open circle, not closed circle. We write x is, okay, for this one for x larger than 5, greater than 5, and x less than minus 9, and that is going to be minus infinity up to minus 9. See, if we put the infinity from minus infinity to minus 9, it not included 9 minus 9, all the answers could be. Okay, so actually we write this one, we'll know, talk about those later. Now, if we have greater equal than 7, we do the same thing because it has the inequality sign. What we do is say x plus 2 larger than 7 and x plus 2 less or equal to minus 7. Oh, we use the same example to show you these signs, what these signs are doing. So this x is going to be larger than is equal to 5, and x is less or equal to, this is going to be minus 9. Okay, now on this 0, this is 5, this is another 5, minus 5, and this is minus 9 here. This is minus, just before minus 10 is here, for example. Minus 9. Okay, so in interval notation we write whatever, and from minus infinity to minus 9 included 9. Include. The bracket shows that 9, that the bracket shows that not minus 9 is included. X can be minus 9 too. And here it's x greater or equal to 5. So we use this notation. It's going to start from 5, where it starts and where it ends. And then we say 5. What is 5? It's larger or equal. So this is going to be a bracket. 5 up to plus infinity. Or if you find something, so the way to show it to you, it's like this. And if you want to write the answer, you write this is closed circle, means 5 included. So you gotta understand that when x greater or equal to 1, this is gonna be bracket because 5 is included. If this one was not here, if this one was x larger than 5, just we say 5 up to infinity. We don't use this. When it's equal to, we use that. Let's solve some more examples. Two x minus 3 is greater or equal to minus, can't use minus. If somebody write minus here, it just not. for now you just say we don't write a minus here because you know it's a long story. So how, why not minus 1? So it we say it's 13. So what we do, we say is x minus 3 larger than 13, and another equation, x minus 3 is less or equal minus 13. I said when we have inequality sign, we use this one. We also change its direction. See, this is larger than, greater or equal, less than or equal to. So we find x, 3 is going to go there, is going to be 16. And here, x less than or equal minus 3 is going to go there, and it's going to be minus 10. So if we draw this one here, we see that suppose here is 16, and to the scale we say this is minus 10. Okay, it's going to be less or equal. We have this time, we have the closed circle because it's less or equal to minus 10. And the same thing for here is greater or equal to, it means it's 16 included. And here is minus 10 is included. So we can write this one, it go from the interval notation. We write minus infinity up to minus 10. Well, this time is going to be a bracket. And this one is going to be what? From 16 included. So we say 16 to the bracket here. 16 to up to in plus infinity. So there are give you some more examples. So if somebody say you don't have this information, you just write it from here, from the graph. This is the number line. Start from 0 up, go positive, and this goes negative. It's getting smaller, the number, and this way it's getting larger. You know, like minus 10 is less than 10. Or plus 8 is less than plus 10. I mean, this is getting larger this way, the numbers, and this is smaller. And if you doubt, you know, in something, then just draw this. So let's solve an example. Like if they are equal, the 3x minus 1 is equal to 8. See, we said that with its equal sign. We just write 3x minus 1 is equal to 8, and then we say that 3x minus 1 is equal to minus 8. There is no sign, you know, or anything that larger than or smaller than is not here, just equal. So you find this value, if 3x is equal to be 9, and 3x, this one is going to go here, is going to be minus 7. So x is going to be 3, x is going to be minus 7 over 3. So Let's find by the decimal numbers. It's going to be minus 2.33. Okay. So either on this point, 0, 1, 2, 3 is 3 here, and minus 2. 1, 2, 3, minus 2.33. 2 in minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 is going to be 1/3 of this, minus 2.33. So either this point and this point could be the answer. How about we put it in the equation to see if these are correct. Okay, we have x1 is equal to 2x, x1 is equal to 3, and x2 is equal to 2x minus 7 over 3. To see if it's gonna we are gonna verify that. We are putting the value here, and to see it's gonna be equal to 8. If you put x here, it's gonna 3 times 3 minus 1. Okay, this is gonna be 9 minus 1 is gonna be 8. So 8 is here. That's correct for the first one. And how about we put x2 7 minus 7 over 3 minus 1. See, this time this one is going to be cancelled. Okay, this is going to be cancelled, 3 and 3, because this is multiplication. We can cancel it, you know. This is 3 times this means when you have 3 times minus 7, this is multiplication. We can cancel this out. Okay, it's going to be what? Minus 7 and minus 1 is equal 8. See, minus 7 minus 7 is going to be minus 8. So when we have absolute value, this is going to be 8. 8 is equal to 8. So we have time to solve another one. 2x minus 2 is equal to, no, let's use this one, is less or equal to 3, whatever. Right, 6, because it's going to be. So what we do, we say that we can write this one. 2x minus 2 is less or equal to 6, and 2x minus 2 is larger or equal to minus 6. That we talked about it. When we have inequality sign, the sign of this inequality is going to change. It's going to be less than 6, it's going to be greater or equal to. So here, 2x. 2 is going to go to the other side, it's going to be 8. So x less than or equal to 4. Here, 2x greater or equal to 2 is going to go there, it's going to be plus 2, it's going to be minus 6 plus 2 is going to be minus 4. So x greater or equal to minus 2. So 4 divided by this coefficient, or divide both sides by 2, So on these, we are going to show that we have 4 here, we have 2 here. 4 plus minus 2. This is 0, origin. So what we do, we write here, see if it closed circle, this is 3 and this is on infinity. We say 3 x, whatever in between, whatever it is. We are talking about x is larger than or equal to 3. This is going to be closed circle because we have equal sign. Sign is included. So we say whatever the numbers are with the interval of 3 to up infinity, plus infinity. We write it like this, but if it's only it was not like x just larger than 3, you are going to be 3 to up to infinity because 3 is not included. So here let's write here this one, x less than, this is closed circle less than 4. It's going to go from here to here. And x larger than minus 2. This is going to be larger than minus 2. Closed. And actually the community of these two, this is going to be larger than 2 and equals to 2. It's going to be, we can write minus 2 to infinity, and here is less than, say less than equal to minus infinity to 4. To 4. So that's the way we write the intervals. And so actually it's going to be like this. The numbers more than 4 from minus infinity is less than 4. It's going to be from minus infinity to 4 and equal to 4, and here is plus infinity here, and from minus 2 is going to go up there. How about this? Sometimes they give you this point, say you can write it x less than 4 and larger than minus 2, or x is larger than minus 2, x, we have to read it this way, x larger than minus 2 is less than x. So that's it's inequality. You know, you gotta try to practice yourself. I mean, you know, you pause the video, you just write the question, and then you go through all these to see if you did it right or not.